Almost late afternoon, everyone. It is April 19th. Hang on, let me check that. Hang on a second. Yes, it is April 19th, 2023. And welcome to the Please Subscribe show. Now, thinking for a second. Okay. Basic plans are to go to my central point, turn everything on, and then basically start delivering food at your doorstep using the Runner app. Very excited about this because now what I'm doing between each delivery is I'm getting the mileage that it takes to get to the restaurant and then from the restaurant to the front door. And I can do that by simply remembering to turn in my Apple Car, so turn on my Apple Car, you know, using the USB cord and everything. One day it'll be really cool if it goes automatic with Bluetooth. Don't know if your car does it automatic with Bluetooth with Apple Car. Let me know. I have to go through USB cord. It will connect with the Bluetooth, but not through Apple Car. Play. It's an app. Fighter jet going over. Give me a moment. I ate a cracker. Did I introduce the whale shark tunnel? Good. Want to make sure I did that. All right. And that's what I'm kind of looking forward to today. Now, I'm going to vlog the notes for Escape from... It's Kitty. It's right there. He likes the whale shark tunnel right here. Hey, Kitty. Are you okay? All right. So, I am going to go ahead and go over there and vlog the Escape from Maine notes. So it's a screenplay. So I'm writing a screenplay and they're notes. So the actual screenplay itself is a screenplay. So that's, remember I go through a 3-step process if you follow the vlog. First, note cards. Then I write it in notes on my phone. And then I go home and I type up a scene from Escape from Maine. Well, I type into the software, which is known as Final Draft. And we'll be looking at that tonight like we have been on many of the other vlogs and continuing from page 71 on forward. So we're already got a feature. It's gonna be very long, and I'm excited. Let's go ahead and talk about the notes. I'll get my shoes on. My shoes are right here. Get all Mr. Rogers and put my shoes on. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day to be a neighbor. And I'm gonna vlog my screenplay notes. Vlog my screenplay notes. Vlog my screenplay notes right over here. So first, what my grandfather always said, my grandfather was from the World War II era, he always said, let's try some light on the subject. All right. So, Kitty is flipping out on the whale shark tunnel. Like he does when I write, Kitty flips out. And I'm not really going to get a pencil right now. I've made all the notes last night. If you follow the vlog, probably you'll see it starts with the notes. Well, actually, it doesn't start. It ends with the notes. I got to do the cat box here for a minute. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at them. So this is indicating that's the third part of the note. This is indicating that it's the first part of the note right here. Now, when I flip it over this way, you'll see that's the second part of the note. And then, again, the third part. Get it? Part 1, flip it over. Part 2 of the note, and part 3. So what is this signifying is that I'm going to be writing 3 scenes while I'm out there today. 3 very short scenes. Not very hard to do, although sometimes when in notes I have to capitalize certain things like interior and maybe like Guilford Apartments and stuff. So it takes more time because sometimes I'll put those notes on Facebook, which actually I got to remember to do. I'm going to do that right after this is over. I forgot to do the last one, I think. Anyway, let's talk about note number 1. This is introducing the cats again. The cats' names when I was in Maine were Mojo and Romeo. Romeo was a tuxedo cat. Mojo was a black cat with one spot, a little white spot. So, let me get my nail done right there. Give me a second. I got this from Crowley Police Department when I moved out to Crowley in 2000. I think it was from a bunch of police officers. But it was, I guess, Christmas time or something. We went over And they gave me this. I've had it ever since. It was 2000 and probably 4. I had moved into Crowley. I had family that was a police officer. He's a chief of police now, but the group of police gave me this grooming kit, and I've had it since, and I do appreciate that. It works well. I'm gonna file this real quick right here. And a lot of the original stuff still works on it. I'm gonna get back to the screenplay notes in a minute. One thing that works on it is, believe it or not, this Conair nose trimmer. It's a nose hair trimmer. I'll kind of give you an idea of, and this is probably something that you've been wanting me to do for quite a bit in the vlog. Nose hairs. It still works. Don't give me just give me a second. Sorry about that. It always happens. It's a little bit older. I mean, 2004 is a long time ago. Still have it. There we go. It still works. You just got to be careful with it. And I put it right back into the case right here. And this was given to me by Crowley Police Department because I had family that was part of the police department. They're all like family and friends, and they all hang out during Christmas time and have Christmas parties, and they decided to give me this as a white elephant, so I do appreciate that. Come on, kitty, let's go. Come on this way. They've also kind of detained me a few times, but that's a long story. It was only detainment. It was only to get the old brain checked out at JPS a long time ago, but we got it all figured out. Now we're gonna go back to the screenplay notes right over here. Okay, so nothing real complex, just real quick. The first note is just bringing back the cats, Mojo and Romeo. He's in his Guilford apartment. I believe it probably says it somewhere in here. Yeah, Guilford apartment. And there's a bed. That's kind of the drawing of the bed. Underneath are the cats, or the cats have crawled into the bed because it gets kind of cold in February. That word right there is February. And these are just notes which will be turned into the screenplay tonight. There's these little electric heating panels that we'll see in the shot. So I put in images so you can put that into the actual screenplay. Mojo and Romeo, electric heating panels, and are found under and inside the bed of the Guilford place. And this is just talking about a close-up and a low-angle shot so we can see the electric heating panels. Just kind of introducing environment. Let's flip it over. Now, fighter jet. All right, how to do it. Now we're on number 2. This is interior to Guilford apartment bedroom. So Jonah listens, okay, this is important. Jonah listens to headphones, and then he takes the headphones off, and then he stares at the ceiling, and we get introduced to the tinnitus. So the tinnitus, or you can call it tinnitus, is a loud ringing noise. It does a rise. It'll dissolve to within that ringing noise. So we'll hear a ringing noise like coming from his ear. I just now realized something. I'm a big fan of Fellini. Let me get my pencil. Sorry, kitty. Give me a second. Okay. So I got my pencil. Sometimes I'll look at these notes before I type them up just in case, because when I'm out there, I just go by memory. Right at the top, we're going to do an ECU. You see the ECU? Okay, I don't know if it's going to be in that order, but it's going to be of Jonah's ear. See it at the top? And that's probably what this little scene may be called. It's an extreme close-up of Jonah's ear. And then we get the tinnitus noise. Okay, so we know that we're dealing with, and this would probably be maybe like in the mid shot. So I'll put the word mid right here in the middle of these sequence shots. Now we're gonna go to 3 right here. This is called repack, and this is where Steven's monologue happens. We're gonna get to this. So we're actually doing 3 scenes today. Steven's monologue about his son going to Arizona and then Boston with his girlfriend. And so he has a little monologue, Steven does, that's his neighbor, but they both work, you know, at Hardwood is known as Havenwood products in the story. So we'll do interior right here of Havenwood products. You can see it right here. So he'll give his monologue there. Okay, so we have these 3. These are gonna help us just in case we forget some stuff when we're out there today. And enjoy, and we're gonna go ahead and drop that food at your doorstep. 174,948 miles on the speedometer. It's 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Good day to kind of go on a walk. We're dealing with April 19, 2023. And welcome to the Please Subscribe show. I'm Cole Spivey. We're gonna be looking at the traffic here at about 4:17 p.m. And that leads to Denton Highway. It'll take you all the way to Denton. If you go north. And if you decide to go to California, you can take Abilene 20 west. If you want to. All right, we got one at Whataburger from this point, so it's 3.5 miles for the pickup. Be there in 8 minutes at 4:37 p.m. Whataburger. Whataburger. Since 1950.
Alright, are you sure that'll work for you? Alright. Sure, it's my pleasure. You come back and see us, okay? Bye.
It's gonna be to go. First name? Gloria. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, get your drinks.
And this to here? And is this on the same ticket?
Yeah. Yeah. Can I do a number 2 meal with cheese? No tomato. That's it.
And for the first name for the to-go?
Zach?
We got to go back and get the pricing on it because they don't put the price on it. We got to enter that in manually. Hello. Hi. Oh, I'm gonna have to get the price. Looks like I got it. The wind got it though. There it is. Right there. All right. So here's what they're eating. Number 2, number 1, just for kids. Let's get it away from the wind. Okay. My goodness. Okay. Number 2. Number 1, just a burger, apple juice, marketplace markup. Anyway, it comes to $36.87. Real important on the Runner app. If you go into the store and you get an itemized receipt and you put it in and the app has a problem with it, you get on the customer care chat line and send them the receipts immediately and tell them this is what I have, so they know and they can run it through. You want to do that. It's very important. Make sure you have copies of the receipts. If there's any changes you make and you add back to the card or have to add, send it all to customer support. Get on the chat line immediately. You want to do that immediately. It reduces fraud. And get on the, what you do is go on the chat line. It's called Runner Chat. And you basically, you know, you want to make sure the support team has the receipts and take photos of the receipts that's used. Sometimes you have to put money back on the card. You want to show those changes and then put the amount in for the total amount that would be on the card. You might have to do a little bit of subtraction. You have to do a little bit of math, subtracting the amount. Let's say if they overcharge something, okay, you have to take that amount out, put it back on the card, then take a photo of it and go to customer support and get on the chat line. They'll get on it pretty quick and they'll send you a text. Just send them the receipts only. That's what they want to look at. If you want to say, I had to make an adjustment, here are the new receipts, or I had to make an adjustment, here are the copies of the receipts. Do that, and stay on it. It's 100% thing that you have to do. Get photos of those receipts and give it to them so they can see, oh, okay, I see the adjustment. And they can do it all and figure it out. All right, so we forgot again. But we do have the 0.9 miles, and it was more like 3 miles from this area, roughly. So there's the you know, you can do the math. Team Ranch Road all the way from Benbrook, Whataburger. So that's not the right number. So might have got it. I might have got it earlier. I'll have to see. When I was leaving Whataburger, I'll have to see if I when I was talking about it, that was when I was right by Whataburger. So missed that one, but we'll try to stay on tune and get the next one. All right, this is Montserrat. And they usually, I don't know if they check ID on this one, but they do ask the company and the address and things like that. So they ask a little bit of questions. They got a camera here, and then they've got the guard post. And then sometimes this has like a fireplace. I don't know why. They do like a little, maybe they roast marshmallows. Yep, there's a fireplace right here. For Whataburger. Yeah. Yep, thank you. Yeah, the wind's so strong it knocked over this trash can. Guess it's more like a, I don't know really. It's for yard or trash. Wind's so heavy it knocked that sign that says Bella Terrell upside down. Pretty windy. I got a full-on gate right here. It's called a wheat berry. It's a ranchero wheat berry. All right, so we got our salad and brag sauce and some of this right here and a napkin. Bragg is really good. It's kind of like a little bit like a an organic kind of soy sauce, but it's not high in sodium. I'll show you right here. That's what I'm eating right here, just basically salad, whole food salad. So it's got only 310 mg on sodium. It's a little bit of sodium, but it's got a little bit of protein. It's good to put in beans and rice, all kinds of stuff. A liquid aminos. Pretty good orange chicken. A little pricey, but not too bad. You gotta watch your weight on it. Pretty good. So, got some good greens, really nice orange chicken, full belly of wheat barley or something similar to that. Wheat something. I have to go back and look at it. It kind of looked like quinoa a little bit, but it's something wheat. And never seen it before. I didn't get a lot of it. Mostly I got a big thing of spinach, and then some slices of orange chicken, little chunks of chicken, some purple onions, and some olives too. Got some olives. It's really, really good. Very good. Now we're gonna pick up your Pei Wei right here and drop it off at your doorstep. And here's the inside of the restaurant right here. With fees right here, 39, 49, 59. Pei Wei. All right, so it's gonna take them a little time to make the Pei Wei order, and that was Everybody Wants to Rule the World by a band named Tears for Fears. It was used in a movie about Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, and Anthony Michael Hall, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, played Bill Gates. Don't know why, but he did. Supposedly in the movie, they accused Bill Gates of stealing from Steve Jobs. But he kind of like had to do it or something. He almost misses an airplane. He tells him, you know how all these computers work on those airplanes and keep everybody safe? He said, yeah. He said, if you don't let me on the airplane right now, that's possibly not going to happen anymore. He had to get on an airplane one time. Anthony Michael Hall knows all about it. If you want to interview him about Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. But Bill Gates is the one he played, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. There's my shadow. I gotta go back and get the Pei Wei order. Just making a quick pit stop.